Welcome back, everybody. You are tuned in to TechVibe Radio this Friday night. And I tell you what, we start off every show. We always have such great guests. It's such a joy to come out here, get behind the mic, and talk to the companies that are moving and shaking in Pittsburgh. And one of the key things that really drives our technology industries, our companies, they can't just be doing business in any old space. They got to have some really nice digs. It represents who they are, and more importantly, how they work. And so much has changed in the traditional office setting. There's no more traditional offices anymore. Like, people are really mixing things up with their space. They really want to make amenities and make it a great place for their workers to be, because the workers are their top concern. And where do you spend more of your time these days sometimes than at the office space? So I've got a great crew of folks here from TH Trade. We have Greg Powell, who's vice president, and we have Caitlin Comstock, the associate director, to talk about all the great work they do when it comes to building really cool spaces for tech companies and all the types of services they have as well, too. So, guys, welcome to the show tonight.
Yeah,
Thanks
for having us.
Absolutely. So, quick introductions and just quick little backgrounds. Caitlin, let's start with you.
I have been with TH Trade almost 5 years now.
Okay.
I am a graduate of the Art Institute. I went for interior design, and now I am in my dream job, making spaces awesome.
How much fun do you get to have every day?
I love it. It's so much fun to be at a job where you can be creative and just do what you want to do every day. So
and
I'm
improve
so
people's
lucky.
Spaces.
Exactly.
You take nasty old khaki-colored
make them
furniture,
beautiful.
make them beautiful and fun and funky and stuff like that, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely. So, Greg, you, vice president.
So yeah,
what
vice
are you up to?
president of TH Trade.
Yeah.
More on the sales aspect, building the relationship, and that's why I've got an extremely talented team of designers.
Absolutely.
So we've got others back at the office working on projects.
How many designers do you have to?
So
keep
the
place
beauty
running?
is we've got 4 interior designers working both on residential and contract projects back at the office. But our whole company umbrella, TH Trade, is also under the kind of operating companies of Today's Home and Designer Furniture Outlet, which you guys might have heard
I've
of.
heard of those, absolutely, yeah.
Very family-owned business. Today's Home started in 1953.
That's going back.
Our Braintree location.
That's back when they put vinyl on top of the couch covers and stuff like that,
Absolutely.
right?
There's still, we're pulling a lot of that product up as we're jumping in there. But Braintree is just a few minutes down the road, and that's where our trade showroom's also headquartered.
Okay.
We have a 15,000 square foot showroom where we actually have, there's kind of 2 parts to TH Trade.
Okay.
TH Trade Design, which we work with independent designers, architects that are speccing product.
Okay.
So we help procure all of those goods for them.
Ah, okay.
And with the help of Caitlin's kind of concepts, we, on the back end of our website, we have a really cool design portal that she could talk a little bit more about.
Ooh, so you can like nerd out in the portal and build stuff.
Exactly.
Ah.
Yeah, so we came up with a cool designer portal to where any designers, architects can use this to talk to us through the internet, so they can send over quotes. It's a great way for them to keep their clients organized.
Okay.
They don't have to rely on us to send over purchase orders.
Right,
so it really just makes them as efficient as possible
That's
in
what it's
being
all
able
about.
to communicate
Make
with
it
us.
simple and streamlined as far as that. How long have you been doing that for then?
It's something newer that we've started. Our designers are really loving it just because it's so easy and efficient for them. They log onto the website. You know, it's not a lot of back and forth with us. It just makes them super efficient with being able to communicate with us. So it's a newer technology, and we're, increasing how we use it every day and how designers communicate with us and what they'd like to see with it. But, it's really awesome. We're getting some good feedback.
I believe so. I mean, I love it, using leading edge technology to
Getting
take
away
care
from
of
all
business.
the phone calls and emails.
Phone calls,
saying prices
paperwork.
for me.
But aren't phone calls and emails so much fun as opposed
It's
to
good to be. There's a personal connection, and it's still there.
Absolutely. No, good stuff. So let's just change gears just a little bit and just reminding everybody we were talking to TH Trade, and you guys should really check these folks out. What's your website real quick?
Go ahead, Kate.
It's pittsburghdesignCenter.com.
Check these guys out, because if you're looking to redo your space, you need some consultation, whatever that is, check these guys out. Seriously, I think you guys can help lots of companies. I've been to lots of tech companies. Some folks are really hitting it well, and some folks, when they start hitting it well, they're going to need your help designing some really great space. So let's talk about how you interface and help companies build out really cool spaces. Like, how does someone come in and you say, we know we got to make our space more amenable, or we're moving into new space, we want to make sure that new space is going to be something that makes a great place for our workers to really hang out and be creative and spend time. And
so that's the other side of the TH Trade business. Is called TH Trade Contract. So that's our team of designers going out and working with clients, just like you mentioned.
Okay.
So we've been in this business for over 10 years now, and really relationship driven. So, we've worked with clients like Giant Eagle.
I'm looking at your list here. Yeah.
Steel,
Who have you not worked with?
Well, honestly, it's pretty cool to be kind of working with some of these who's who of Pittsburgh.
Oh, for sure.
And a lot of local tech companies and companies that are continuing to grow. I mean, obviously, with the huge success of like Carnegie Mellon's growth and so forth, all these companies are saying, how do we make our space cool to where people aren't taking off leaving Pittsburgh? So that's when we go in and literally sit down and get to know the client and
kind of get their goals and objectives and get an idea of their culture and what their work conditions, how they need space. You probably do like a whole assessment. You probably are interviewing like the people that need the space.
Absolutely.
Like if someone needs to spread things out, if someone needs multiple monitors.
Yeah. So once we have all that information, essentially what we'll do is we will create a CAD plan. So it'll be a floor plan for them to be able to see the space.
Okay.
Every building will have one. Once we've kind of agreed on a layout, then there's a program called SketchUp from Google that we can actually build a 3D model of their space. And kind of come in like a drone so they can see exactly what everything's going to look like. And it's really cool because, we can change the wall colors, the floor, whatever the material is,
I like
right
orange,
in front of them.
but not that orange.
Exactly. And
once they see it, they go, well, let's tone it down a bit.
And it gives them the ability to see what they're going to do with the space before they make that commitment. If they want to do a blue floor, it kind of takes that scary factor of not actually seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
Ahead of time, they will be able to see what it's actually going to look like in the space.
That sounds very cool, very sophisticated. Earlier on, we mentioned you're working with a pretty big robotics company here in Pittsburgh. I don't know if I can name their name or not, but I know they're in a pretty big space and it's kind of cavernous and kind of cold. What's it like working with a company and helping them make really neat space?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Right up the road, we've been working with Seagrid.
Okay, we can say their name. Yeah, I didn't want to say it without saying anything first.
They're doing some pretty awesome things in the Pittsburgh area and nationally, and working with some great companies. So, prime example of they're in a location that it wasn't a brand new building. So it's how do we grow with taking the right steps.
Yeah.
So we really have our client's best interest in hand. Obviously, there's a cost involved when you're renovating.
Of course.
You're buying product. So it's really building that relationship, getting to know them, and our goal is sometimes it's not all at once, and that it could take a couple of years.
Oh, that's interesting. So they'll bring you in for let's change a couple things here, and then as you grow and change, they can continue that relationship with you then to keep evolving the space.
Absolutely.
Well, companies' needs are going to evolve too. I know so many tech companies. They can scale up and scale down very quickly, and then pivot on something, and then all of a sudden, they need to do something with their space. So you're kind of there with them almost along the entire journey in some ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's very cool. So we got a couple minutes left. The time goes by too fast. Yeah. I love talking about this stuff. What are a couple quick hacks that we can do? If we're working in kind of like a nasty office, anything quick and fast you can do to make your space a little more hospitable these days? Like when you're drowning in fluorescent lights and have lots of old wooden furniture, what can you do to make it fun?
I think everybody says it, but paint is kind of the first way to really, change how space looks. You can warm it up. You can add a little punch that way. And another thing that we like to do is, as small as it may be, bring a plant in. If you don't have any windows, just makes you feel like, the outdoors are inside a little bit.
Bring two plants.
Bring two plants.
He needs a friend.
Exactly.
Yes,
just make it feel a little bit more comfortable.
That's easy. I guess always check with your landlord first.
Check with your landlord
first. You can paint the
first.
walls.
Yes.
We did a little painting at the PTC, and it's all on the down low, but not anymore. But we have a nice couple walls you can write on and do some. And it was you. People are having fun, and we're just drawing funny pictures just to entertain ourselves. So that is some great insight from you guys. And once again, give us your website so people want to learn more about you guys.
Sure. So our trade website is pittsburghdesignCenter.com.
Okay.
So that is for residential designers, architects, and our contract website is thtradecontract.com.
Cool. And I've also learned that you have a nice discount to Pittsburgh Technology Council members too. Absolutely. So our members, you're out there listening, go to pghtech.org/member-to-member discount, and you can contact them there. And
we'd love to meet up and help in any way we can.
Definitely. I highly recommend it. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
I appreciate it so much. Hey, we're taking a quick break, but we are coming back with a lot more Tech Vibe Radio. This is Jonathan Kersting, and I'm from the Pittsburgh Technology Council. We've been helping technology companies succeed since 1983, since the 5th grade, since I was in the 5th grade, but I wasn't there in the 5th grade. Anyhow, we're coming right back right after this quick break.
technology industry is